Hey, GW coming to you live once again. This is real quick. This is not a movie review. This is just some commentary I'm going to tell you guys. In case you haven't heard today, if you're a UFC fan, Conor McGregor actually officially retired from the UFC. Whether or not this is a ploy or not, don't know. However, with Conor McGregor's absence, that leaves a bunch of questions. Now, I love Conor McGregor. I think he was one of the best UFC fighters ever. And if this is his last hurrah, then so be it. The only thing with him is that lately, every time you hear his name, it's associated with assault, court charges, and so on and so forth. Here's the problem. With Conor McGregor gone, the UFC is going to lose a lot of revenue unless they get a fighter with the caliber of Conor McGregor. Someone who can hang, somebody who can dish insults out, when it comes to press time. And we're not talking about your average UFC fighter. I mean, if you guys remember, last year he hung 11 rounds with one of the best boxers in the history of the world, Floyd Mayweather. That's a feat in and unto itself. He has beaten people, everybody he's come up to, he has beaten, with the exception of Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor, they deserve a trilogy fight. Second option, Conor McGregor actually does take off from UFC, leaving a big gaping hole. John Jones steps up to fill the void. I don't know how well that'll go. But we're going to, hopefully Dana White has a backup plan. Or if this is some elaborate ploy, it's really got a lot of people convinced. I had people at work coming up to me going, dude, did you hear? Did you hear? And I said, what? He said, Conor McGregor retired. I said, what? I said, no way. That ain't happening. But yeah, it's all over. As soon as I open my phone, it's all over the Twitter feed, all over, the headlines. And I'm like, damn, there must be some truth to this. The second possibility is the WWE is actually in a bad place because it is scrambling to get viewers. It is scrambling to get superstars because Chris Jericho's new organization, AEW or something like that, is snapping up all the hot prospects. So WWE could have gave McGregor an offer that, is tremendous. He could have taken it. And if so, we would probably see him at WrestleMania in April. I would think that's where he'd make his debut. I followed this crap. I know this stuff. I know how the WWE works. If that is the case, that would be kind of interesting. The other thing that leads me to believe that may happen is because former UFC superstar Ronda Rousey is actually going to retire. She's made no bones about it. If she does retire, it would be nice to see an influx of other, UFC fighters come through. The third possibility, and this is a long shot, but it could happen. Conor McGregor walks away from UFC because too many injuries, too much crap, too much court dealings. What if he, and this is just a thought, what if he started making movies? I mean, it's possible. Other UFC stars, Quentin Rampage Jackson for one, has starred in, the A-Team. So it's not out of the question. But I just wanted to pitch to you guys because I know some of you guys don't follow the news, or you just, like my buddy Connor, actually. You come home and you want to check me out. So, we'll just have to see this thing plays out. But the thing that you have to remember is no matter how much trouble Conor McGregor has gotten himself into, he always made people either cheer for him or show up to see him. In his last fight, he took on one of the biggest, strongest competitors UFC ever had in Khabib Nurmagomedov. The fight didn't go exactly as planned. Conor lost. Now, the build-up to before the fight was incredible, and it was a little bit below the belt, actually. You can check that out on YouTube. Look up the press conference for that. I mean, that was unreal. The other thing that stemmed from that fight is that many people know both guys were suspended, Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. They were suspended. Questions remained about their future. And then, of course, most recently, Conor McGregor has a court dealing in Florida for smashing some guy's cell phone. So you never really know what the future is going to hold for Conor McGregor. The one thing that is certain, as I just stated, is that he's charismatic. People show up to see him. Wherever he goes, he's going to make money. The only thing that you have to ask yourself, or Conor McGregor should ask himself, is, with all these court dealings, if he's not careful, he's going to be broke. And I really like the guy. The guy is awesome. So the three possibilities, like I said: retiring for good, you'll never see him again. Number 2, goes to WWE, which he'll premiere in WrestleMania. That is a speculation. Number 3, he makes movies. There could also be a fourth possibility. He could actually return to the UFC. He has done this type of stuff before in the past, and this may be a ploy, but again, you never know. So I just wanted to put all that stuff out there, guys, so that you guys know. And maybe later tonight I'm going to drop a review. People have been asking me to do, a video game review, and I'm going to do one. I'm going to do a couple, and it's good to be back. And as you can see, not in the studio. We're chilling, Ricky Rackman style. But before you go home and check the news, I just wanted to pre-warn you about this, because it does, to me, sound serious. Anyway, that's GW. Thank you for listening.